Winter weather continues to kick in as we go through the next few days. More about that coming for you in just a moment.
When weather rolls in, we roll out in the Storm Runner. I'll be live checking the morning conditions for your commute up next.
Police called to a home on the city's north side. What they found that ended up with police tape. And pain at the pump. Wisconsin gas prices on the way up once again. The $350,000 Oscar swag bag. See the goodies the stars are getting. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Friday, March 13th, 6 a.m. Good morning, everybody. The First Warn team is tracking all of that winter weather that we've got headed our way. We'll bring in meteorologist Art Jarrett, and some of it is already here now, isn't it?
100%. It's been here for like the last, say, 45 minutes here, holding on to some light snowfall, some rainfall mix as well. So we hold on to some light flurries working into areas right by Winona as well as La Crosse right now. As you can see here, a little bit of wet on the lens there. The roads are wet. They've been wet since earlier this morning all the way to like the midnight hour. So holding on to at least breezy and gusty winds right now. You can see as you get into Eau Claire, look at the flap of that wind going on to that flag right now. So please be careful. This will get up to 60 miles per hour, these wind gusts, and it can knock down trees and bring in power outages as well as tree limbs kind of linger on those power lines. And as we already showed you earlier this morning with Seth, the possibility of sparking a fire or two. We'll also hold on to at least this wind and continuing on, wrapping around this area of low pressure that is ushering in more of that snowfall, holding on to wind gusts you can see in the gold, holding on to at least high wind warnings that are in play, up to 45 miles per hour sustained winds, gusts to 60 miles per hour. In the tan color, you have wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour, and that will go all the way into at least the 1 o'clock hour as well, where we could see that the tree limbs and, as I mentioned, blowing objects out there. So please be careful. The winter storm warnings are in play and advisories, so please kick in. You can see them kicking in for this weekend as well. So please be advised about that and prepare yourself. We'll also hold on to the possibility of these breezy and gusty winds that continue through the morning hours as we lean right into the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour. These winds will go through the noon hour and begin to taper by the day. Here's a look at your lows this morning. Believe it or not, these lows are warmer than your highs for the day. Back to you.
All right. Thank you for that, Art. And now we'll get a live check on the conditions outside. News 8 Now Seth Padilla is in the Storm Runner for us. Good morning, Seth.
Good morning, Alexandra. Right now, we are on South Avenue in La Crosse, and I'll give the viewers at home a live look at the road conditions that are going to be impacting their morning commute. So as you can see, some light snow is hitting the roads right now, so it's a little slick, and I would say more slick than earlier as that snow continues to fall. Now, if we are talking about the actual road conditions right now, they aren't horrible. They're drivable, although they are a little slick, so you got to take your time with those turns and stops. But a big problem is the wind. You can feel it hitting your car, especially on the highways. And in reference to that wind, take a look at this video from earlier in West Salem. The wind is so bad, it took down a power line and caught part of a tree on fire. First responders did have to respond to that scene. And when we were setting up to do that live shot, the wind was so strong, it actually almost blew over our camera. So that just shows how strong this wind is. Now, the weather will continue to develop as the morning goes on. Alexandra, I'll send it back to you in the studio. Reporting live in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
Thank you for that update, Seth. And the Lansing Bridge ferry service still suspended due to those high winds. The service will resume once the wind dies down. Updates, you can find those on their Facebook page. The First Warn team will track the weather all weekend. You can too by downloading the First Warn weather app. Some breaking news now from the Middle East. This morning, the Pentagon confirming at least 4 more U.S. service members have died after a military refueling tanker crashed in Iraq. It comes as the White House tries to ease the war's economic pain. CBS's Tina Kraus reports.
President Trump lobbed a new threat at Iran on social media this morning, posting, "Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today."
The situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly.
It came just hours after Iran's new supreme leader, Ayatollah Mustafa Khamenei, issued a warning of his own, vowing to avenge the blood of Iranians killed by U.S. and Israeli strikes and to continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz, a vital shipping lane for the world's oil. Iran blasted this oil tanker near Iraq. Crew members are still missing after a strike on this Thai cargo ship. Overnight, Iranian missiles and drones also rained down on Israel and neighboring Gulf countries, many of them intercepted.
I think the Islamic Republic is messaging very loudly and clearly that it has the ability to spread the pain far and wide.
That pain also being felt widely at the pump, with oil prices again topping $100 a barrel Thursday. To offset the spike, the Trump administration issued a 30-day waiver, allowing the purchase of sanctioned Russia oil and gas products at sea. This as recovery efforts are underway after a U.S. refueling tanker crashed in western Iraq. The Pentagon says a second aircraft involved landed safely and that the incident was not due to hostile or friendly fire. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
And the latest pump prices from AAA, Wisconsin sitting at $3.21 for a gallon of unleaded. La Crosse is at $3.15 and Eau Claire $3.13. All of these prices are up over the past 24 hours. Wisconsin farmers also feeling sticker shock, not only gas prices, but fertilizer. 1/3 of the world's fertilizer supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Since that closed, fertilizer prices have jumped by 25%. Also impacting farms, the rising costs of gas, with officials saying it won't be long until consumers feel those price hikes.
If you look at what's happened on the fertilizer side, to the farmer, it happened basically after the second or third day. So, consumers will probably see it within 2 weeks at least.
Tariffs are also impacting farmers, of course. Von Ruden says farms could close because of them, further driving up prices at the grocery store. La Crosse police are investigating a shooting on the north side that happened in the 1800 block of Onalaska Avenue yesterday. Police calling it an isolated incident that is still under investigation. And La Crosse City Council making some moves, voting 9-4 to approve rezoning for the former Kmart site on State Road. The future Copper Rocks apartment complex will soon go up there.
There will also be design review yet, so they have to go through all those steps as well as the zoning. So the zoning is an important step.
And the council also backing an ordinance updating La Crosse's tobacco and vaping laws to match state and federal rules. You'll now need to be 21 to buy those products. The La Crosse Yard Waste and Brush site opens Monday. The Isle La Plume site requires seasonal permit stickers. Those cost $25 a vehicle. The site accepts waste, including leaves, grass clippings, and garden plants. New this morning, officials identifying the suspected Michigan synagogue attacker as a motive remains unknown. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports.
Authorities say a man rammed a vehicle into Temple Israel in West Bloomfield. After the vehicle caught fire, law enforcement sources tell CBS News the suspect exited the vehicle with a rifle. Temple security confronted and killed him.
I confirm that we are leading the investigation right now as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community.
Synagogues around the world have beefed up security since Israel and the U.S. went to war with Iran. Authorities in West Bloomfield were also on alert for the possibility of anti-Semitic violence.
There was no lack of preparation. In addition, all Jewish facilities in the area are going to have a lot of extra presence around it until we figure this out.
President Trump, speaking at a White House event, called the attack a terrible thing.
It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen.
Law enforcement sources say mortar-type explosives were found in the suspect's vehicle.
This is a tough time. It is a tough time, but we will get through this. We'll get through this together. We'll get through this stronger.
Temple Israel also houses an early childhood center where 140 children were present during the attack. No students or staff were harmed. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And the FBI investigating a shooting at Old Dominion University as an act of terrorism. A gunman opened fire in an ROTC classroom, killing a lieutenant colonel. At least one other person was hurt. Students subdued and killed the shooter with a knife.
My heart dropped. I didn't really know what was going on. I just know I had to leave immediately. And it was pretty scary at that point.
The FBI says the gunman had previously been sentenced to 11 years for terrorism-related charges and was released just 3 months ago. Jill Biden is telling her side of the story. The former First Lady's new memoir, View from the East Wing, offers a candid look at her 4 years in the White House. Biden reflects on major moments, including the post-COVID inauguration, and shares details on the decision to end President Biden's re-election campaign. The book hits shelves June 2nd. Barack and Michelle Obama, meanwhile, now Broadway producers. They're working on a revival of the Pulitzer Prize-winning play Proof. It's about a woman whose life turns chaotic after her mathematician father dies and she finds his mysterious notebook. Time now is 6:09. Still to come, Google Maps getting a big AI upgrade. The new features to simplify navigation. And the digital media company BuzzFeed may soon be going out of business. We'll tell you why. If you're looking for a job, March may be the month for you.
Interested in a heat pump for your home? Here at G&T, we've got an offer to sweeten the deal. Qualified customers can get up to $8,000 off a new Goodman heat pump system and a $2,000 tax credit for this year. In most cases, you'll pay less for this heat pump and furnace system installation, as well as over time with its efficiency and energy savings. Seriously, a Goodman heat pump that's smaller and more efficient for less. Plus, it's installed by an amazing team of skilled technicians with quality you can count on and experience you can trust. Interested? Call G&T for the best heating and air conditioning guaranteed.
The pain was so much that I couldn't really focus on my job.
Plantar fasciitis. I just was not a happy person.
And I saw the Good Feet store.
And then all of a sudden, I just get these arch supports.
I'm just happier. I feel happier.
It was amazing.
It's a lot easier to be nice when you're not uncomfortable. It's pretty awesome.
The arch supports are never coming out of my shoes.
Nothing worked for me until I walked into that store. It changed my life.
I don't really know if I could put a price on that.
Reclaim the good life with the free arch support fitting at the Good Feet store. Good feet, good life.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers. So switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
It's Hy-Vee's Friday the 13th sale, Friday, March 13th. Get items for under $3. Pork chops are just 88 cents. Hy-Vee eggs, just 99 cents. Dole chopped or premium salad kits, $2.88. Jack's Pizza, just $2.99. Starkist Chunk Light Tuna, 77 cents. Save on 24 packs of water and more. Friday the 13th. And every day, you'll find the same low prices online as in store. Only at Hy-Vee.
Here at Carl's, you'll find the top name brand appliances.
During our Slam Dunk Savings event, save up to $2,000 instantly on major appliances. Plus, get up to $3,000 in vendor rebates. Purchase an LG 4-piece kitchen package and get this LG 55-inch TV free.
The hot buys are right here, right now at Carl's.
Save on Serta mattresses.
All TVs are on sale.
The spring grill shipments have arrived.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
Skiing, snowboarding, time with friends. You'll love winter at Mount LaCrosse. Lock in fun for next winter with the season pass. Buy now and get the best price of the year. The spring sale ends March 15th, so stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Mount LaCrosse has been making winter family fun for over 65 years. Come out and make some memories.
In our morning consumer news, Google Maps is getting a major AI upgrade. 2 new features are now live on both iOS and Android. Ask Maps lets you interact with the app like a chatbot, while immersive navigation gives you a 3D view of your surroundings. And BuzzFeed losing its buzz. The digital company says it has substantial doubt it can stay in business. The company losing more than $57 million last year. BuzzFeed also owns online food network Tasty and news site HuffPost. The NFL, meanwhile, might add a Thanksgiving Eve matchup. If that game happens, it would air Wednesday, November 25th. The NFL is also considering a second Black Friday game. The unemployment rate rising to 4.4%, but good news if you're hunting for a new job. Consumer reporter Michelle Renee Quinn explains why.
March is historically the strongest month for hiring, and ZipRecruiter career experts say factors that drive the spring spike are the bonus exodus that happens in March. A lot of people get their bonuses, and we see career movement, so there's a lot of opportunities for new hires at companies. Another reason is that the hiring managers want to get their teams locked down, solidified, and spend their budgets before the summer slowdown hits and recruiters go on vacation. To stand out, ZipRecruiter Sam DeMaz has tips. First, for your resume and job title.
A specialist, not a generalist. It is a specialist market right now. Be very specific about your skill sets and relate them back to the job.
New AI systems look for exact keyword matches. And if you are tired of getting ghosted, DeMaz says managers are looking for more than the old messages of enthusiasm or coffee dates. The new way is to share your value proposition. For example, saying, hey, this is what I do, and here's a problem that I know I can solve for you. I just applied. Can we connect? And for those switching industries completely, confidence is key.
Don't apologize for missing experience. Own what makes you different and unique.
Despite the seasonal boost, the market remains competitive and takes patience. Job searching is a marathon, not a sprint.
Join Michelle anchoring weekend mornings here on WKBT. That's a look at your consumer news. We'll send it back over to Art now. He's got an update on our forecast.
Alexander, there's a lot going on right now weather-wise, holding on to how this all shapes up for us. So getting into La Crosse, 36 degrees right now, feels like 22 degrees. You get into Eau Claire, 35 degrees, feels like 22 degrees. And Winona, 34 degrees. Well, it looks like at least 22 degrees for you out there as well. You've got the flurries kind of continue to move through the areas right by Winona. You'll hold on to some breezy and gusty winds up by Eau Claire with wet roadways for La Crosse as well, carrying over to a little light snowfall right now with a mix of rain and snow. Holding on to how this all plays out as you get into it here, the wind gusts will get up to 60 miles per hour. That could cause power outages in the form of tree limbs getting snapped and kind of dropping on those power lines. So please be careful and be advised and keep a lookout. We'll hold on to the lows this morning. Once again, you're holding on to 30s, low 30s all the way to the upper 30s in the forecast. And as I mentioned before, some of these lows are actually warmer than our highs today. We'll get into how this all shapes up with an area of low pressure that is on top of us. It continues to pull in that moisture. You're seeing rainfall all the way with rain and snow, moving on with light to moderate snowfall in the forecast trying to get toward us. In fact, that area of low pressure is still right there and causing a lot of wind gusts as well. We've got the winds in the gold there holding on to at least 60 mile per hour wind gusts. You get up to the tan color where La Crosse is, you're holding on to at least 55 mile per hour wind gusts as well. All of those go to about 1 o'clock this afternoon. Then we get into deeper conditions here. We have a little bit of snowfall still moving up there to the north. A winter storm weather alert is still in play there as well. 2 to 6 inches of snowfall. The winter weather advisory, that little sliver right up there, you're going to hold on to that, getting up to maybe about 3 to 5 inches of snowfall. And in the blue color, that darker shade of blue, you're going to hold on to the possibility of a winter storm watch in play. Now this all continues on as we get more of this moisture on the way. It's headed for us. This is coming in for later on as we go right into the overnight hours into your Saturday morning, and then continuing on into the afternoon with more snow on the way. We'll get to it here with breezy and gusty winds first, though. Those winds will continue to go up to 50 miles per hour, taper by the noon hour, where we'll see winds from 40 miles per hour down to 30 miles per hour. That will continue for the better part of the day. You see them fall apart, and by the time that we get down to the end of the evening commute, you're looking at winds at 20 miles per hour or so, gusting. We'll hold on to how this all shapes up going into the next couple of days, where we'll take a look here. You're going to see everybody holding on to some cloud cover as well. Cloudy skies to mostly cloudy skies to maybe even partly cloudy skies today. We'll hold on to temperatures in the 30s and the 40s, those low to middle 40s in the forecast, holding on to La Crosse at 41 degrees today. A little bit of snowfall, you can see that happening there, but you get up to Eau Claire, you have some cloud cover as well, mostly cloudy skies, 36 degrees. Other locations have a few clouds as well, so limited amounts of snowfall for them as well, holding on to at least some cloudier skies to the east as you get into Neillsville at 36 degrees. Snowfall for this early morning, not much happening there, right? But once you get into how this all shapes up, going into how this all plays out for today and going into tomorrow, you see that all the way to the 7 o'clock hour, mostly outside of our region. Then we see that quelled down. We get into about 3 o'clock. The winds are beginning to taper down gradually. We'll also hold on to more of that snowfall coming back again as you go through Saturday by 4 o'clock in the morning. Then it lifts up to the north as you go by the end of the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock hour, with more snow coming back by 7 o'clock up to the north, with rainfall trying to get back down to the south and trying to infuse. But that turns into ice in that pink color, and that's a lot of ice moving in the forecast. So we'll also see that with snowfall dropping down on top of us for Sunday going into the 12 o'clock hour. And as far as the rain is concerned, you'll see about maybe 1/10 of an inch or less overcast, maybe or less, and then the forecast with heavy snow coming in for alert days for your Saturday night, all the way through Monday morning, and that means snow, wind, and ice in the forecast. We get into Saturday's highs. You're looking at least 30s and the 40s. We'll hold on to Sunday's lows where it gets colder. You're holding on to those 20s and the low 30s. Once you get into Sunday's highs, you'll see temperatures in the widespread 30s still again. And once again, before I finish out, you're going to hold on to how this all shapes up again. Holding on to alert days for Saturday night into Monday, and then colder conditions for Monday morning all the way into Tuesday.
Thank you, Art. And taking a live look now at Dallas, Texas as you wake up this morning. Stay with us. Sports is headed your way.
Coming up in sports, big-time battles on the hardwood as area teams take on sectional semifinals, including a thriller at Logan High as the La Crosse Central Riverhawks are taking on the West Salem Panthers. Those highlights and more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
I'm going to be live in the Storm Runner tracking the weather conditions rolling in for your morning commute. I'll have more coming up.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Get an 11% rebate on the last roof you'll ever need with Steel Roofing from Menards. Steel Roofing provides your home with the best protection from wind, hail, and fire. Choose from 29 colors and enhance the appearance of your home. They're available in cut-to-length panels that cover a large area for a fast installation. Plus, get an 11% rebate on everything for your roofing project now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Password 1234.
Incorrect password.
Technology, am I right?
We need a new tech lead.
This is the job for sponsored jobs.
Sponsor your job on Indeed and get matched with quality candidates when you need them most. Visit Indeed.com/hire now.
When is Westby Creamery cottage cheese more than cottage cheese? When you turn it into a rich, creamy, high-protein frozen treat or irresistible high-protein donut whole bites. When is Westby Creamery French onion dip for more than potato chips? When it becomes not grandma's potato salad or flaky, savory French onion puff pastry rolls. There are so many fresh ideas waiting for your next get-together or those days you just need something quick and easy. For more recipes and inspiration, visit westbycreamery.com and click on the Recipes tab.
If you want selection, then that's what we've got at King Furniture. More mattresses. Did you know you spend a third of your life sleeping? So you better have the best mattress you possibly can. King has a huge selection to choose from at every price range. We'll even deliver your new mattress and haul away the old one for free. Take time to find the exact mattress you want because you're going to be sleeping on this for a while. Head into King Furniture today.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. Boys basketball teams across the state battled it out yesterday for a spot in the sectional final games. We had 4 games with area teams, including a big one in La Crosse as the Central Riverhawks took on the West Salem Panthers. This one was a thriller over at Logan High. The two teams trading buckets early on. Tyson LaBooth off the glass for 2. A little later, it's Gabe Service getting involved. 3 ball is good. Riverhawks up 1. But the Panthers would make a run late in the half, and it would start with the defense. Off the steal, Drew McConkey rises up and throws it down. Panthers would lead by 14 at the half. Then in the second half, it's Nathan Dillaber from beyond the arc. West Salem would lead by as many as 17, but here come the Riverhawks. Anthony Jones, nice drive for 2. Central within 7. Then late in the second, Jones finds Jordan Calvert in the corner. Onions. Riverhawks take the lead with 2 minutes to play, but McConkey would remain calm, cool, and collected. The layup to retake the lead. Then in transition finds Dillaber. Layup no good, but McConkey there for the putback. Panthers up 3. 5 seconds to play. Riverhawks with a chance to tie, but Calvert's shot is no good. And for the 5th straight year, the Panthers are going back to the sectional final.
It just means everything. I know us boys want to win, and we're going to do everything we can.
either way, I think we just got to play our hearts out like we did these last 2 games and do our best.
All right, the GET boys also looking to keep their season alive, taking on Stanley Boyd. Opening moments here, and it's Mason Brown nailing a deep ball for 3 of his 33 points. Redhawks up 1. Orioles get hot, though. Troy Haas cans a corner 3. That would give him a 4-point lead, and not too long after, it's Haas again, draining another triple. But the Redhawks respond with a deep ball of their own. Sam DeJagger sinks one for the Redhawks lead. And it's GET taking this one over Stanley Boyd in a high-scoring battle, 90-80. Redhawks will face St. Croix Central for a spot at state on Saturday. Over at Black River Falls in Division 5, the defending champs, Cochrane Fountain City taking on Assumption. Royals with the ball here. They can't get the 3 to fall, but Chase Leiberg is there for the board and the tough bucket for the 5-point lead. Pirates respond right after as Aiden Lazowski banks in a layup, cutting into the lead. Assumption showing the resilience, though, as Trey France 0 steps his way through the lane for the bucket. Then shortly after, JT Schleifer gets one of his own, and it's Assumption taking down the defending champs 51-42. Also in Division 5, we've got the North Crawford Trojans taking on the Southwestern Wildcats. First half winding down. Colin Jacobus finds a lane, drives, and somehow gets the shot to fall at the buzzer. Trojans up 2 going into the break. But in the second half, the Wildcats would find another gear. Carson Splinter drives, goes to the corner and finds Landon Reuter, who knocks it down. Southwestern up big. North Crawford trying to fight back. Landon Blaha from the top of the key gets it to go. Trojans within 6. But that wasn't enough as the Wildcats would take control and go on to win 63-52. Also this morning, we've got the Aliva Strum Cardinal girls taking on state basketball tournament up in Green Bay. Jacob Lensdorf will have highlights of that one later this evening. That'll do for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Unleash your dog's potential at Top Dog Retreat in West Salem. Our expert trainer makes learning fun and effective, including a wide range of enrichment activities to get your dog's tail wagging. Book your session today. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Hey, Dominic here, and I'm back to show you how I personally make my Bloody Marys using our Please Name Bloody Mary mix. First, you'll take a pint glass full of ice, add a spoonful of Please Name Bloody Mary mix, a couple dashes of Worcestershire sauce, a shot or 2 of vodka, and top it off with tomato juice. Want it spicier? Add more mix. Be sure to get your Please Name Bloody Mary mix and 39 other blends at the Please Name Outlet Store on Ward Avenue, La Crosse. Cheers! Worcestershire.
You heard it was a hit. You heard it was a smash. A wonder. A phenomenon. An international sensation. But you haven't heard them.
Order your tickets now for Stomp, Saturday, March 21st and Sunday, March 22nd at the Viterbo University Fine Arts Center, 608-796-3100, or online at ViterboFineArtsCenter.com.
At Sealands Carpetland, your family comes first. We're more than just a flooring store. We're your partners in creating a home that lasts a lifetime. Discover a world of comfort and durability with our huge selection. Whether it's cozy carpeting for your living room, timeless hardwood for a classic touch, or versatile tiles that stand up to the hustle and bustle of family life. Sealands Carpetland in Coon Valley. Our #1 priority is you. Stop in today.
Skiing, snowboarding, time with friends. You'll love winter at Mount La Crosse. Lock in fun for next winter with the season pass. Buy now and get the best price of the year. The spring sale ends March 15th, so stop out or visit us online to get your season pass today. Mount La Crosse has been making winter family fun for over 65 years. Come out and make some memories.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality FlexSteel furniture than right now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll save on sofas made in the latest styles, chairs in your choice of fabrics, sectionals designed to fit your space, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every FlexSteel style is included a huge savings of up to 40% off. Unlimited choices, big sale prices, and special financing happening now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Florida.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, your pup isn't just boarded, they're pampered. From tail wagging daycare to cozy overnight stays, we treat every dog like our own. Safe, clean, and full of fun. Book today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Possibility of damaging winds working into the forecast as well as we go into with breezy and gusty winds. Not out of the question. When I return, we'll talk about that in just a moment.
When weather rolls in, we roll out in the Storm Runner. I'll be live tracking the morning conditions for your commute up next.
Police called to a home on the city's north side what they found that ended with police tape. And pain at the pump. Wisconsin gas prices on their way back up. It is Foodie Friday. Raising Cane's Leprechaun Lemonade is back. We'll tell you how to get yours and win some free stuff. Thank you for joining us this morning. I'm Alexandra Carter. It is Friday, March 13th, just about 6:30 a.m. Hope your morning is off to a good start. Before you head out the door, you're going to want to get a check on the forecast because winter is back. We've been talking about it, and now it's here.
Yeah, some of those times when that wind takes a hold of some of that snowfall that's moving around, it may take it from towards La Crosse, but it may move it all the way to Sparta. That's how breezy the winds are right now. So please take care and hold on to your hats there as you get into 36 degrees for La Crosse right now. Feels like 22 degrees over in Eau Claire, 35 degrees. It feels like 22 degrees. So there's a bit of a wind chill out there right now. Holding on to 34 degrees for Winona. You can see the camera shake there. 21 degrees for you, and you still have a little light flurries kind of working the area. Those winds continue to make that flag flap out there in the distance. The roadways are doing quite well. We could expect a little bit of a refreeze with those cold temperatures this early morning. And of course, the wind gusts could cause damage as you get into down power lines and trees. Because of that, the winds up to 60 miles per hour. We're holding on to these winds as we finish out, going up to 52 by Lansing. La Crosse holding on to at least up to 43 miles per hour as we finish out by the 7 o'clock hour. That gets up to 50 miles per hour, and they continue on. We see 52 by Viroqua getting to 55 to 54 degrees. 52 for La Crosse as we get into the 10 o'clock hour. Those winds will subside gradually as we go into the deeper part of the afternoon today. As I mentioned, that area of low pressure is on top of us, and it is moving that snowfall and rainfall over us, bringing in those wind gusts, as I told you, going to the 1 o'clock hour. When I return, I'll have a better overview of how this all shapes up for your day, so please stick around.
All right, Art, thank you for that. And now we'll get a check on those conditions outside. News 8 Now, Seth Padilla is live in the Storm Runner for us. How's it going out there, Seth?
Good morning, Alexandra, and at the moment it's going pretty well. I'll turn over the camera here to give the viewers a live look at the road conditions for their morning commute. So as you can see, some light snow hitting the roads right now, so a little slick. I would say more slick than earlier this morning as that snow continues to fall, even though it's a little amount at the moment. And if we're talking about road conditions, like I said, they're a little slick. This isn't going to be a big issue for driving. I would argue that the wind is. You can feel the wind hitting your car. As Art is mentioning, it is pretty strong right now. Also, take a look at this video from earlier this morning in West Salem. The wind is so bad it took down a power line and caught part of a tree on fire. First responders did have to respond to that scene, and when we showed up there and were setting up for our live shot, the wind was so strong it almost knocked over our Photogs equipment with the camera because that wind is so strong. The weather is going to continue to develop as the morning goes on, so stay with us for those updates. And Alexandra, I'll send it back to you in the studio. Reporting live in La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
All right, some wet roads out there this morning. Thank you for that, Seth. And the Lansing Bridge ferry service is still suspended due to high winds. The service will resume once the winds die down. You can find updates on their Facebook page. Your First Warn team will be tracking the weather all weekend for you. You can too by downloading the First Warn weather app. Some breaking news now out of the Middle East. The Pentagon confirming this morning 4 more U.S. service members have died after a military refueling tanker crashed in Iraq. That comes as the White House tries to ease the war's economic pain. Tina Kraus reports.
President Trump lobbed a new threat at Iran on social media this morning, posting, "Watch what happens to these deranged scumbags today."
The situation with Iran is moving along very rapidly.
It came just hours after Iran's new supreme leader, Ayatollah Mustafa Khamenei, issued a warning of his own, vowing to avenge the blood of Iranians killed by U.S. and Israeli strikes and to continue blocking the Strait of Hormuz, a vital shipping lane for the world's oil. Iran blasted this oil tanker near Iraq. Crew members are still missing after a strike on this Thai cargo ship. Overnight, Iranian missiles and drones also rained down on Israel and neighboring Gulf countries, many of them intercepted.
I think the Islamic Republic is messaging very loudly and clearly that it has the ability to spread the pain far and wide.
That pain also being felt widely at the pump, with oil prices again topping $100 a barrel Thursday. To offset the spike, the Trump administration issued a 30-day waiver, allowing the purchase of sanctioned Russia oil and gas products at sea. This as recovery efforts are underway after a U.S. refueling tanker crashed in western Iraq. The Pentagon says a second aircraft involved landed safely and that the incident was not due to hostile or friendly fire. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
And the latest pump prices from AAA Wisconsin is at $3.21 for a gallon of unleaded. La Crosse is at $3.15. Eau Claire $3.13. All of those prices are up over the past 24 hours. Wisconsin farmers also feeling sticker shock, not only gas prices, but fertilizer. One third of the world's fertilizer supply passes through the Strait of Hormuz. Since the strait closed, some fertilizer prices have jumped by 25%. Also impacting farms is the rising cost of gas. Officials say it won't be long till consumers feel the hikes.
If you look at what's happened on the fertilizer side to the farmer, it happened basically after the second or third day. So, consumers will probably see it within 2 weeks at least.
Tariffs are also impacting farmers. Von Ruden says farms could close, further driving up the cost at the grocery store. La Crosse police are investigating a shooting on the north side that happened in the 1800 block of Onalaska Avenue. Police say it was an isolated incident. The investigation is active and ongoing. La Crosse City Council making some moves. Members voting 9-4 to approve rezoning for the former Kmart site on State Road. The future Copper Rocks apartment complex that should go up there.
There will also be design review yet, so they have to go through all those steps as well as the zoning. So the zoning is an important step.
The council also backing an ordinance updating La Crosse's tobacco and vaping laws to match state and federal rules. You'll now need to be 21 to buy those products. The La Crosse Yard Waste and Brush site will open Monday. The Isle La Plume site requires seasonal permit stickers. Those are $25 a vehicle. It accepts waste, including leaves, grass clippings, and garden plants. New this morning, officials identifying the suspected Michigan synagogue attacker as a motive remains unknown. CBS's Bradley Blackburn reports.
Authorities say a man rammed a vehicle into Temple Israel in West Bloomfield. After the vehicle caught fire, law enforcement sources tell CBS News the suspect exited the vehicle with a rifle. Temple security confronted and killed him.
I confirm that we are leading the investigation right now as a targeted act of violence against the Jewish community.
Synagogues around the world have beefed up security since Israel and the U.S. went to war with Iran. Authorities in West Bloomfield were also on alert for the possibility of anti-Semitic violence.
There was no lack of preparation. In addition, all Jewish facilities in the area are going to have a lot of extra presence around it until we figure this out.
President Trump, speaking at a White House event, called the attack a terrible thing.
It's absolutely incredible that things like this happen.
Law enforcement sources say mortar-type explosives were found in the suspect's vehicle.
This is a tough time. It is a tough time, but we will get through this. We will get through this together. We will get through this stronger.
Temple Israel also houses an early childhood center where 140 children were present during the attack. No students or staff were harmed. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
And do you know what's in your food? Maybe not. HHS Secretary Kennedy is targeting food standards, as Lee Waldman explains.
They just were lying to us. And the GRAS standards was the biggest lie of all.
Speaking to a crowd at a Make America Healthy Again rally, Health and Human Services Secretary Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is taking aim at the ingredients in our food.
It allowed all of these companies to self-affirm, that's what they call it. It means you can add any ingredient to American food, And you don't have to show any studies.
Kennedy is working to close the GRAS loophole, which critics say allows companies to introduce unreviewed chemical ingredients to our food that haven't been properly studied by the Food and Drug Administration.
The nature of our food has changed tremendously.
Melanie Benish with the nonprofit Environmental Working Group is sounding the alarm on 111 substances being added to food, drinks, and supplements without FDA approval.
Nearly 99% of new food substances are coming in through this loophole rather than that pre-market system that Congress designed in 1958.
The EWG investigation found 49 of the chemicals added by the food industry in about 4,000 products on the U.S. Department of Agriculture's Food Data Central database. Benish believes reform of the system is needed.
It really shouldn't fall on the consumer to figure out what is safe in their food and what's not. That's why we need these ingredients to go through a review process with the FDA.
In New York, I'm Lee Waldman.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Larry, he is a Riverfest Commodore, and he loves helping his community. He also loves coaching youth baseball.
Happy 80th birthday to you, Larry. And Joyce is 83. She's our producer T's grandma. She loves popcorn with extra butter and spending time with her grandkids. T says, I love you, Grandma. I can't wait to see you this summer at the cabin. Happy birthday to you, Joyce.
Right on. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 80 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. Coming up, Raising Cane's is going green for St. Patrick's Day, the limited time drink you'll want to try on Foodie Friday.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Check out our huge selection of window images, blinds, and shades. Faux wood blinds add a classic design and feature a cordless lift system. Get these white faux wood blinds starting at a value of $19.99 after rebate. Cellular shades help insulate to provide the perfect combination of function and fashion. Pick them up today starting at a value of $19.99 after rebate. Plus, get them trimmed to width, free in store.
Save big money at Menards.
Freedom is the ability to choose the path that makes you happy. Take your next adventure in a new Jeep from Pischke Motors.
Drop by for the Declaration of Deal sales event and drive away in your new Jeep, like the new 2026 Jeep Cherokee with 37 combined MPG and 500 miles of range. Or get final closeout deals on all remaining 2025 Jeep Grand Cherokees. Save with 0% APR for 60 months, plus no payments for 90 days. This offer ends March 31st. Go to Pischke.com, Pischke Motors West Salem, or Pischke Motors La Crosse.
Here at Carl's, you'll find the top name brand appliances.
During our Slam Dunk Savings event, save up to $2,000 instantly on major appliances. Plus, get up to $3,000 in vendor rebates. Purchase an LG 4-piece kitchen package and get this LG 55-inch TV free.
The hot buys are right here, right now at Carl's.
Save on Serta mattresses.
All TVs are on sale.
Spring grill shipments have arrived.
Carl's, your servicing dealer since 1956.
We're roasting 500,000 pounds of coffee a year, and we employ 85 people. But these tariffs are crushing us. And you're looking at $100,000 in tariffs right here. That's on top of all of our other supplies getting more expensive. We've had no choice but to raise prices. Congressman Derek Van Orden voted to support the tariffs, and he called them a success. It doesn't feel like success to me. All I see are higher prices. We need to tell Derek Van Orden to stop raising our costs.
Visit Holton Jewelry Co. in Winona to sell your valuables at our 3-day-only buying event from March 17th to March 19th. Bring in your gold, silver, fine jewelry, diamonds, coins and currency, and more to receive a non-obligation offer and immediate payment. No appointment necessary. For more information and a full list of what we buy, visit nationalrarities.com.
Soar into a new career at Eagle Crest Communities.
My experience here has helped me tremendously. I started off as a bath aide and I've been here 3 years, so I've learned, I've became like a sponge. This is just like the perfect place for a single parent like me. So they help with school, they help with my schedule professionally. I get compliments and thank yous every day. That makes me feel good because I know that I've completed what God has sent me here to do, and that's to take care of these residents.
Learn more at eaglecrestlife.org.
Taking a look at what we've got going on for our winds out about, you're holding on to Eau Claire, holding on to at least wind gusts of about 44 miles per hour. We're also seeing the temperature is about 35 degrees, feels like 22 degrees on your skin. Over in La Crosse, we've had at least 43 mile per hour winds, 36 degrees right now. 22 degrees for the feels like temperature right now. Winona has wind gusts up to at least 40 to 42 miles per hour, holding on at least wind chill. Ooh, look at that right there. 34 degrees, but the wind chill 21 degrees right now. So we hold on to how this all looks. Lows this morning, once again, 31 to at least 37 degrees in the forecast. So it is a little bit chilly right now, but we're holding on to how this all shapes up. An area of low pressure is on top of us, and it is ushering in more snowfall, pulling it down from Canada, and it continues to do so back over to the Lake Michigan area, and then kind of wraps back around us. We're also holding on to this. You've got the winds gusts up to 60 miles per hour. That goes at least until about 10 o'clock this morning. As you get down to Prairie du Chien, they'll keep the winds going on all the way to about 1 p.m. This afternoon. In the tan color, you're seeing 50 to 55 mile per hour wind gusts for La Crosse, as well as up to Eau Claire. That will continue on till about the 1 o'clock hour as well. Then we'll see as we go into it, these winds continue to pump up as we go right up to 50 to 60 miles per hour, possibly to finish out going through the morning hours. By the noon hour, it's holding on to mostly 50 to less than about, say, 43 miles per hour. Then once we go into how that all shapes up for the remainder of the day, these winds will subside. You can see the winds and the temperatures. You're holding on to temperatures in the 30s, those low 30s to middle 30s in the forecast, but it will feel like you are in the low 20s in the forecast, the middle 20s in the forecast with, again, drier skies in the forecast with breezy winds. We'll get back to La Crosse. You'll hold on to similar conditions. Snowfall continues to end as we go right back into, from the 5 o'clock to 6 o'clock hour. By the time we get to the 7 o'clock hour, we should be done. Cloudier skies prevail with a 20% chance still lingering all the way to 11 o'clock. Then drier conditions with at least partly cloudy skies to finish the day. And of course, it'll feel much colder on your skin. We're getting to highs for the day. Everybody's looking at least about 34 to about, say, 42 degrees down to the south there. Holding on to the winter fest here. Look at this, man. This thing continues on with snowfall continuing right through into the 3 o'clock hour for the day. Then it holds off. You're seeing it mostly up there by Ladysmith. Once we get into how this all shapes up, we see that continue to dry out. More snow comes back again for 5 o'clock in the morning for your Saturday. That continues on and lifts up to the north with snowfall and rainfall. Now fighting for a rain of who's going to put that on the ground for us. And that continues on with snowfall taking precedent by the time we get in the 7 o'clock hour at night. And we have some breezy and gusty winds out there as well, so don't forget about that. We'll also hold on to that wind chill kicking in, so temperatures are in the 30s, so it's going to feel like you're possibly in the 20s as we finish out, going on to more ice kicking in as we go right in, coming up from the south as we go into Sunday. That's at the midnight hour, and that continues to lift up as well. Takes a lot of that snowfall out of the way, so we're getting ice accumulations now, holding on to some light rainfall down by Viroqua and Vernon County, Crawford County as well. Most of that ice is over La Crosse, going all the way to Winona, and of course Black River Falls and Sparta. You got Salem as well as Holman in that too. Snow comes back again by the time we get into the afternoon, takes over, starts to budge everything out of the way, and that's how that all figures out. As far as snowfall, I know you want to know how this all plays out, so I'm going to rush this through. You're seeing by snow 11 o'clock in the morning, 8 to 12 inches up to the north, at least 1 to 2 as you get down to Winona, about 1 or less for La Crosse, 2 to 4 for Black River Falls, 1 to 2 for La Crosse once we get in the 7 o'clock hour at night, 12 to 16 inches of snowfall up there by Eau Claire, possibly up there by Marshfield as well. 16 to 24 inches possibly by Wausau. That may be way out of the range, but that's pretty much a lot. We'll hold on to how we finish out going all the way into Monday in the morning, where you're seeing at least 2 to 4 inches of snowfall possibly in that. So that's how that all goes out. We get some rainfall in the forecast as well, 1/4 of an inch or less in the forecast. You can see that continue on. But once we go into the weekend, finish out by Sunday, going into Monday, we're looking at maybe 1 inch or less in the forecast there for you too. All right, so how does this all shape up with the winter weather advisory coming in? And we have the alert days as well, Saturday night all the way through Sunday morning. That continues on for heavy snowfall in the forecast. We'll finish out with this as we go right into the next few days, holding on to the possibility of, again, temperatures dropping.
It's Foodie Friday, and as you can see, Raising Cane's is going green for St. Patrick's Day. The Leprechaun Lemonade is back, and this year it comes with a chance to win. We are joined by Matt Moon, area leader of restaurants, to tell us more. Good morning, Matt. Great to see you again.
Good morning. Nice to see you guys again.
Yeah, such a great display you've brought, very vibrant. Tell us about the Leprechaun Lemonade. Here it is right here. What should we know? What makes it different from your regular lemonade?
Well, the taste profile is going to be 100% the same.
Okay.
It is one of our fan favorites. But we just put a little festive twist on it. And so it's got the vibrant green They kind of go with St. Patty's Day and just kind of adds a little flavor to your day.
Okay, a little bit of fun too, attracting people in. People love brightly colored things,
Yes.
right? A chance to celebrate a holiday. Good to know.
So what else did you bring for us today?
Well, we also brought in our box combo, right? It is kind of what makes us who we are. We got our hand-breaded marinated chicken fingers. We got our grade A crinkle cut extra long fries, our wonderful garlic toast, and then our cane sauce and our coleslaw. Both the cane sauce and the chicken fingers are considered most craveable.
Okay, that is true. You guys
Yes.
are definitely known for these combos. Very delicious. So how long has Cane's Lemonade been a tradition, and why lemonade? We do hear a lot about your lemonade.
Yeah, no, I mean, people love our lemonade. First of all, you know, we make it in-house every single day. So freshly squeezed lemons every single morning. And then we've been doing this since 2011. Like I said, it's just festive, it's fun, it kind of just, I don't know, adds a little excitement to your day.
Just a good time. All right.
And you've got cups and jugs going on with this as well?
Yeah,
What are the
so
other
you
options?
can go into your restaurant or into our restaurant, so you can get a 22 ounce, you can get a 32 ounce. If you're having a celebration with some friends or some family, we got the gallons that you can share with those.
Okay, yeah, so these big gallons here, we'll try to show these on camera. Here it is. You can just order this right from the restaurant.
Yep, you can go through the drive-through, you can do it mobile order, or you can, you know, go inside.
Okay, great to know.
What's up with the puppy here?
Oh, this is Kane. This is our namesake. When Todd was getting ready to open the restaurant, he didn't know what he was going to name it, and everybody loved Kane.
Okay, so he chose his dog's name, and then these ones bark, I think.
Yes,
is
these
that right?
bark. I don't know where Alyssa was showing me.
Maybe we can't figure that out.
No, we can't figure that out on the spot.
T said maybe the
this
other one. Yep.
It says squeeze here.
There you go.
There you go.
A little
Oh,
bit
wow.
of a bark from Kane there this
Okay.
morning. Okay, and so tell us about the Lucky Swipes deal. This is for Caniac Club members. What should we know about that?
So the Lucky Swipes, you can redeem it in the restaurant through the drive-through the front counter. It is available now through the 17th. Everybody that comes in is going to get a guaranteed win something, right? So you're either going to get a free lemonade, you're going to get some merch, or you're going to get other cool little fun things. And if you swipe your card 5 times between now and the 17th, you will enter for a chance to win free Canes for a year.
Okay, sounds great. Very enticing there.
So where is this available? Where can you find this, and how long is it going to last?
All of our restaurants nationwide. And like I said, it's going through the 17th, which is St. Patty's Day. And that is where, like I said, the swipe for your card to win free Canes for a year, or the Leprechaun Lemonade. So get it while you can.
Okay, yeah, great. Anything else people should know about Canes as they head out?
No, stop in. Like I said, it's fun, it's exciting, and I think you're going to enjoy our craveable chicken finger meals.
Okay, yes, we will. What do you want to have some dibs on, Art, as we head out?
Well,
Can you
maybe
try
a fry or
anything?
two, yeah.
A fry or two?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for being here. Great to see
Absolutely.
you
Thank you
again.
very much.
And stay with us. We'll be right back. There's the crunch.
I'm Gail King, coming right up on CBS Mornings. 2-time Tony Award winner. There he is. Matthew Broderick will be in studio. He's talking about his return to the New York stage. And Anthony, as in Mason, visits with Grammy Award winner, that's James Blake, to talk about his new album. That's coming right up on CBS Mornings.
When you're protected under our roof, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. Bundle life and save up to 43% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
At Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics, our goal is to help you and your pet in times of need. We specialize in the gold standard for cruciate ligament repair, the TPLO.
I was amazed to see Bear up and running again so soon. They really took good care of him.
Piper had TPLO surgery and is already running again weeks later.
Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics for an orthopedic consultation today.
Did you touch the thermostat? Did you turn it up?
Of course not. Did somebody fiddle with the thermostat?
Dude, it's 85 degrees.
85? Do you have any idea what a couple degrees will do to our gas bill?
Why is it so hot here?
Someone turned up the heat.
What do you think you're doing?
I like to sleep with my window open.
You are not supposed to touch a thermostat.
There's never been a better time to enjoy quality FlexSteel furniture than right now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll save on sofas made in the latest styles, chairs in your choice of fabrics, sectionals designed to fit your space, even luxurious leather sofas and recliners. Every FlexSteel style is included a huge savings of up to 40% off. Unlimited choices, big sale prices, and special financing happening now during the FlexSteel Factory Authorized Sale at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
I met my abuser when I was 10. He was my Sunday school teacher.
At 18, I was pressured to marry him. Chris Taylor was the first person to stand up for me. She worked with both parties and with law enforcement to pass laws to protect survivors like me. Chris listened, and my abuser went to prison. On the Supreme Court, Judge Chris Taylor will continue to protect Wisconsin.
Judge Chris Taylor, protecting our rights, defending our freedoms.
When you're protected under our roof, your family's free to enjoy their dreams. Bundle life and save up to 43% on home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Right now, we're on South Avenue in La Crosse, and I'll give the viewers a live look at the road conditions. So at the moment, there was some light snowfall earlier hitting the roads, and right now they are a little slick, but it seems like the snowfall has stopped at the moment. But I will say this, keep your eye on the wind. You can feel the wind hitting your car when you are on the highway, and you can hear it maybe in our car at the moment. And also take a look at this video from earlier this morning in West Salem. The wind is so bad it took down a power line and caught part of a tree on fire. First responders did have to respond on that scene. The weather will continue to develop as the morning goes on. Reporting live on La Crosse, Seth Padilla, News 8 Now this morning.
La Crosse police are investigating a shooting on the north side that happened in the 1800 block of Onalaska Avenue. Police say it was an isolated incident. The investigation remains active and ongoing. And La Crosse's City Council voting to approve 9-4 rezoning for the former Kmart site on State Road. The future Copper Rocks apartment complex sent to go up there eventually.
There will also be design review yet, so they have to go through all those steps as well as the zoning. So the zoning is an important step.
The council also backing an ordinance updating La Crosse's tobacco and vaping laws to match state and federal rules. You'll now need to be 21 to buy those products. The La Crosse Yard Waste and Brush site opening on Monday. The Isle La Plume site requires seasonal permit stickers. Those cost $25 a vehicle. The site accepts waste including leaves, grass clippings, and garden plants. And a rare super bloom is turning Death Valley from brown to colorful. The National Park Service says this year's bloom is the best since 2016, thanks to rainier than normal conditions. The usually barren desert floor is now covered in colorful wildflowers. They have some heat to endure, don't they?
Yeah, they've got 100-degree heat out there right now, plus in the forecast for them. Hey, as we get into the forecast for us, though, we're going to look at this, getting into some wet roadways out there still with a light mix of rain and snow still kind of working over La Crosse right now. Eau Claire's gone dry. We're holding on to some breezy, gusty winds, though. The more that sunlight comes up, stronger those winds are going to be right into the noon hour with 50-mile-per-hour winds, up possibly up to 60 miles per hour in some cases. Heavy snow and ice and wind come in for this weekend, Saturday night, all the way into your Sunday night as well, and then into Sunday morning too. So please be advised about that. Those winds will continue knocking temperatures down as well gradually as we go right into your Monday, with temperatures going to be at 19 degrees for your highs.
All right, quite the changes there, but then we're back up. So, you know, we've got next week, next week.
We'll see how that goes because there may be more rainfall coming in the forecast.
Let's get through the weekend first, right? All right, we know you'll be tracking it for us. Art, we thank you for that, and thank you for waking up with us. We'll see you back here at noon.